service announcement. It's also Wednesday. Okay. And we're off. Hey, we are at the Meshery development meeting. We do this every Wednesday. We talk about Meshery, one of the CNCF projects. Oh, the 9th fastest growing CNCF project, or the 9th highest velocity CNCF project, I guess is how you would put it. Please, we are live streaming, so if you can't make it to the meeting, then I guess you're listening to this on the live recording on YouTube. But I figured I'd point it out for those of you who are here and maybe can't stay the whole time. We are live streaming, so only swear if you need to. No, just kidding. Please try to refrain from swearing and be polite to others. Good. Now that we've covered the code of conduct, let's talk about all of you. We take a moment just before we dive into each of our agenda each week, just to get to know everybody that's here and try to make sure everyone feels as comfortable as possible. Part of doing that is making you feel as awkward as possible immediately, so we can get that out of the way. Feeling awkward is like having to introduce yourself. So if you haven't gotten a chance to say hi on this development meeting before, now's your chance. If you're new, unmute and say hello.
Yeah, hello everyone. I hope I'm properly audible to everyone. So I believe this is my first development meeting that I'm joining. I discovered Meshery via the GSOC page last like 5 to 6 days back, and ever since then I'm trying to be very active in this particular community. And yeah, that's about me. Well, I graduated last year, so I am currently a working professional with less than 1 year of experience. I graduated from IIT KGP. So yeah, this is about me.
All right. Gaurav, very good. It's Gaurav, not Gaurav.
No, the latter one. Gaurav, you can call me.
Oh, okay. All right. Very good. Who else is new today? Or who hasn't? Maybe you're not new, but you just haven't said hi on this meeting before. 15 minutes of internet fame. Yeah.
Yeah, hi Kushal this side. I am new in this developer meeting, and from the past few months, I explored the Meshery repo, and I also try to contribute and raise some PRs in the Meshery UI repo. Yeah, and I am also a working professional. I have less than 1 year of experience with maps.ai, and yeah, I recently passed out and completed my MCA from HBTU Kanpur.
Oh, very good. Yeah, Kushal, say that last one more time. You said you recently completed or did you say MBA?
MCA, Masters in Computer Application.
Oh, nice. Very good. Very good. Kushal and Gaurav. And anybody else want to say hi?
Yeah, hi, myself Varad. I'm a third year undergrad. I've been contributing to open source for the last 2 years. Last time I participated in GSOC, but unfortunately wasn't selected. So this time I'm contributing to Meshery. It's fascinating to work with this much scale cloud infrastructure. So yeah, I'm looking forward to more contributions.
Awesome. Varad. Very good. Varad, you don't happen to go by Vata by chance?
No, Varad, we are ready. That's great.
Oh, okay. Yeah. What a weird question for me to ask. Do we have a Vata on the call by chance, or Varad? Okay, there's just confusion. All right, very good. And that's Mr. Gupta, right, Varad? Varad Gupta is your last name, is that right?
Oh yeah, yes.
Oh, very good. Anybody else? There are a couple of folks in the community who can't make it today, so they've sent word in advance. So if you're here and participating, and you can't make it, let us know. Especially if you're assigned to work on anything, or if we're counting on you to be engaged. So it's really nice, really helpful. Not everybody can make it all the time. Sometimes, important things come up. Maybe you break your leg, that would be excusable. Maybe you're having your first child, that would be excusable. Good excuses like that are like reasons for, or maybe you just don't feel well and you need to rest. Okay, fine. We also go over each week, some announcements, and a bit of the same agenda, or some standing agenda each time. Let's cover the announcements first, because they're shorter and maybe easier, and let's dig into some of these the ongoing component sync that we have, or the ongoing standing agenda items. So for announcements, there were any number of you that had recently voted in Mia as a new maintainer. Mia is not with us today. She's out of Sydney, Australia. So she generally doesn't make this call, but you might have seen her around. I think her, oh, hey, check that out. She's sporting one of the badges. I don't know if you guys know this, but there's a recognition program for those that engage, whether you're using the projects here or you're contributing to them, any which way. There's just a variety of badges to accrue. So collect the whole set. I don't think anyone has the whole set. There are a lot of people that have more badges than me, which kind of pisses me off, really. Which is fantastic. Anyway, I guess she got the hip hacker one. What is it? This badge is awarded the first time you establish an interactive terminal session with a Kubernetes pod. Okay, so this would be using Meshery. Meshery has the ability for you to open up a web-based terminal to your pods, so you can just terminal into your pods. That's pretty cool. I don't think I've seen that one out there very much. So congrats, Mia. Good, more docs from you, I suppose. All right, next up, we've got KubeCon EU is coming up in about a week and a half, about a week and 5 days, 4 hours, 3 minutes. Who's counting? Some of you that are on this call are going to be there in person. Who is that? Who's going to be there at KubeCon? You.
I'll be there.
Mr. Sharma. Yeah, Sharma. Very good. Other folks that might be there at KubeCon? Be there or be square. I know Sangram Roth will be there. So there are some activities that are going on. I think Yash is speaking 8 times or 2 times, or I don't know, somewhere in the middle. Anyway, he's and so there's a list of, I think, activities that are happening. We might need to update those on the discussion forum. KubeCon EU. Oh yeah, a couple of talks going on. And oh yeah. Yeah, we need to do some work on this thing. Anyway, also a couple of talks going on, and a security slam. So we need to add the security slam to this. That's the next part of this particular announcement. So a security slam, yes. Tomorrow, the Meshery maintainers, all of them that are interested and available, will meet with a member of the CNCF tagged security, or just this advisory group that focuses on security. And we'll go over doing a security self-assessment of Meshery to identify areas, various attack vectors and areas of that are in need of improvement. from a security perspective. Meshery is a bit unique in its security needs in that Meshery is highly extensible. So it like bears the responsibility of being a stable platform upon which extensions can be plugged in, any number of them. So it's responsible to provide each extension as, like a secure enclave in which to run that extension's function or that process. The extension points in Meshery come in a bunch of different shapes and sizes. So if I say process, or it's a little bit, anyway, there's different types of extensions and they need to be secured. Meshery itself as a platform needs to stay up and running, even if the extension itself might be purposefully naughty or accidentally run wild, and so that's something that's unique to Meshery. So we'll be talking about that. Anyway, the point is, for all of the rest of us who might want to participate in this, first point, you don't need to be going to KubeCon EU to participate in this security slam. Okay, good. That means all of the rest of us, other than Yash and Sangram, can participate. All right. Well, how do you participate and why would I? And what does it mean? I don't know. We will know after tomorrow, or rather, we will collect a list of issues of things that need to be worked on and secured. But I'm calling it out today just because we have the meeting today. But early next week, there'll be a lot more info about things that you can do. If you were to join tomorrow's meeting, you certainly can. There won't be a lot of info available just then. We're still figuring it out. So yeah, keep your ears peeled. Man, I want to get through these, so you guys have to stop listening to me. Good. So we've got so Yash, speaking of talks, there are more talks. You want to cover this item?
Yeah, definitely. So, hey everyone, we have two talks in this KubeCon. One in the Cloud Native Projects, which will be on the 31st March in London, and the one talk will be on 1st April in KubeCon itself. So, if you are coming there, just ping me. I would love to meet you, and I would love to discuss Meshery with you. And in case you are not, I think it will be recorded and it will be published on YouTube. So it will be shared with everyone.
And then Yash, did I catch wind of there's another KubeCon coming up, maybe in China?
Yeah, so we have got two talks also accepted in the KubeCon China and the KubeCon Japan. In KubeCon Japan, Sangram, our maintainer, will be there and presenting a talk. And in KubeCon China, I'll be there presenting a talk on the mission. So we have two more talks coming up in the next two KubeCons. I'll share more details in the community.
Very good. I wonder if we don't have an opportunity to potentially do a contrib fest or possibly a booth, or I don't know.
We can discuss on booth. Actually, the thing is, in the KubeCon Japan and China, both are not hosting any Contrib Fest, so we are not able to participate in them. But I think for the booth, we can reach out to the PR team and discuss if there is a possibility we can do booth. I will reach out to them.
Nice. Oh, very good. Okay, gosh. Okay, awesome. Very good. Yeah, hey, by the way, last KubeCon that I was at was in Salt Lake City. It was just this last one in North America. And for the first time, I don't know why it was the first time, but I got my hands on some Meshery stickers. Oh, baby. Oh, I couldn't help but grab a stack. Anyway, so I've got, so if I ever see any of you, I'm going to slap a sticker right on your forehead. It's going to be, yeah, you can punch me after that. Hey, there's a couple of help wanted items out there. There are a lot of different ways to contribute in this project. One of them is giving a talk. One of them is helping organize a security slam. One of them is hosting a meeting so that you don't have to listen to Lee. Another one is writing a blog post. There are a couple of ideas out there for some blog posts that might go over pretty well. So Meshery is the Meshery repo, if you will, is on the precipice of reaching 7,000 stars. If that buzz channel inside of Slack hasn't, annoyed you and let you know that, like, we count every star. So we're getting close. We'll probably be there soon. And so, if anyone wants to write a very short or a very long blog post, that's a great opportunity to get to do so and get it published on Meshery.io. And there's one other suggestion out there. So if you feel like it, so this one's currently assigned, although we haven't heard from Dinesh in a couple of weeks. I don't know that he's actively on top of this. So if this one interests you, please jump on it. This one talks about the amazing feat that out of over 200 something projects, Meshery is ninth at the sandbox level. Just insane. Speaking of levels in the CNCF, this is my last item, I swear. Meshery is on the board. The project board. I'm not going to be able to find it. There's a GitHub project board in which the technical oversight committee tracks some of its work. Applications to move levels. I found it. I can't believe it. And after 1 year, 1 year ago, we submitted an application to go to incubation. Meshery is now sitting here ready to be picked up to have its diligence done. Unbelievable. What a terribly shitty, slow process that is. So frustrating. And I am on record, and I swore 2 things that I warned about, and I hope that a TOC member listens to this. How frustrating. All right. Anyway, on the good news is we're up for incubation review. So hopefully, finally, we might get a little bit of marketing love from the CNCF. Okay, finally, we're up to our standing agenda items. Amit isn't with us today, but Matthew, if you're here, wonder if we might get a word on the CLI.
Yep. So hello everyone. We just share my screen here.
Yeah, please.
Okay. So basically, we have started worked on doing end-to-end testing on Meshery CLI. And since last week, we have that documentation that have been created. So here it's an area where we want help. The documentation is still under writing. There's perhaps some steps that are missing, but it should mainly work now because we had some fix. So if people want to contribute, just reach out on Slack or follow this guide. And there's also that issue that is open in on GitHub, where we are going to add all the Meshery CTL commands that need to be covered in that end-to-end testing. And yes, that's pretty much it.
Nice. Oh, very good. Very good. That's pretty exciting. Actually, that's such a great place for folks to jump in. Not only are there just a long list of tests to be written, but Matthew's there to help you, which is really nice. And it's a fresh area too. So he's pretty focused on it. Now, Ria Garg, who's on the call as well, has been focused here. Ian Whitney, I think, has been doing some things here. There's some momentum building. Hopefully, what we can start to do next week is, in addition to what Matthew just said, is potentially just take the briefest of looks at this spreadsheet maybe and see how many tests we have that we think that we might need to write. We don't need to have the total list, but and how many tests have we written? 4 or 7 or whatever. And of those that we've written, are they stable? Like, are they consistently passing, or are they still sort of, flaky and being developed? That might give us a sense of where we're at, if we're making progress.
Yes. Also, I just forgot to mention a big thanks to Ria, who jumped in and started to help me on this one. There are other guys too that I miss their name now, but yes, thank you for that.
Well, I hope Ria is blushing. Ian, if I hope you're blushing as well. I think that's good. All right, and then Amit isn't here. Let's skip this one because everybody's sick of hearing me, and so forget about it. Let's jump into our topics if we could. First up, I guess we've got Gaurav. We've got some CLI subcommands you want to chat about. If you want to share your screen and
Yes, so today itself I took the initiative to write interview test cases for the export command. Ria helped me out with her PR where she mentioned the test commands for import. So like I've been facing a bit of trouble setting up the Meshery on my local system. I put up the comments there. I can share my screen and show you. I hope you can see my this is just a minute. Yeah, so like as such, I followed the documentation. I could see a few error like
yep. Yeah, your screen hasn't come up just yet. We don't see it just yet.
sorry.
Here it comes. We're there.
Yeah, okay. So like when I do a system start right to a Meshery CTL system check, it says that Meshery failed to check the server version. And when I do a Meshery CTL system start, it deploys on Kubernetes. I could check that in my cluster. And it says that it should get deployed to a local host. But as such, I couldn't see anything on the local host. And when I do a Meshery system login, I could see that authentication failed. I got the like token key myself. So I'm kind of here in a deadlock kind of situation. Like, so this is the problem. Anyone?
Okay, excuse me, you have a thread, I think, in Slack about this. We can follow on the Slack thread for that. Here, the issue is that you're running inside Kubernetes and you need to expose the endpoint to allow the client to reach out the server.
Can you repeat? I couldn't get it.
Here, Meshery is running, the server is running inside the Kubernetes.
Yes, yes.
And what you want to do is to expose the port of the Meshery services on your local host so the client will be able to communicate with it.
Yes,
And
yes.
we can follow on this in Slack. I think that you have already a thread. I can reply on it for that.
Yes, you can share the thread if that is like you mean to say like that my Kubernetes port is not connected with the client, right? Uh, I think I'd have done that previously, but I need to check. Uh, like if you have the thread, you can just send it to me or just tag me there. I'll check it.
Yeah, there's people that answered in the chat.
On Zoom chat.
Yep.
Yep.
You can run. You can also system. Okay. make server command and yeah, I was trying to let me run the port forward command here. Port forward.
Very good. Very good. Hey, Gaurav, if you be loud. Yeah, especially it's helpful to do it on the discussion forum for those who
Okay, yeah,
follow.
got it. Yeah, I'll do it myself. We can move ahead with the other stuffs.
Oh, nice. Okay, very good. Great job on being loud on the call too. I mean, getting an agenda item like this it's perfect.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Oh yeah. Next up, we've got Mahadevan. You want to?
Hi, yeah, I'm here.
Oh, very good.
Hello. So I was exploring the assistant site for another issue that I'm working on, but then I realized that the site within system, which was the old original site for the system design system, it could not be set up. As you can see, there were a lot of errors while setting up the local development server. So I made some changes and just followed the error messages to fix them. Not sure about these. And I made some changes to the make file. So we have the original one running. I also had a discussion with Vivek about this, and he seemed interested in reviving this effort. So yeah, creating a few issues and migrating the existing pages and new pages from the layer 5 segment of the system design system to here is something that I work on. So this is the progress till now, and yeah, that is it from me.
And like
Nice.
on the, I think, system part of the layer 5 doc side, Harsh was also working on adding the components there and documenting them. I don't know, like if you guys have tried together on that.
Yeah, definitely, yes, we can do that. So yeah, we can create a parent issue and then work on migrating. There are a few dependency issues because I believe that dependencies were not updated specifically for the site folder. So we can either
I feel
drop
like
them or maybe
one thing I'm
create a new
not sure,
batch.
like if we want to migrate it to a separate site right now, because some work has already been done on the already documenting the system components on the layer 5 side. So I think we should
Yeah,
just finish up, because I think we still some of the components are still pending there. So should just finish up that rather than migrating it to a separate
yeah,
site.
this can be a future work as well. As of now, it is running. So anybody who would want to work on it or maybe just play around with it can run it locally. So yeah, that's the changes till now. Thank you.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, Mahadevan, that had been broken for a long time. It's like broken for so long that we kind of gave up on it. And just for everyone else's, well, actually, before I move on, Harsh, did you have any
Yeah.
comment or feedback?
So basically, this whole things was already done uh, on the layer 5. Basically, we are having a website there. So in the previous meeting, we also talked that are we willing to make a different website for the assistant design items. So particularly, I'm having some basically. So I just have one suggestion that this UI could be improved. You can have a look at MUI and shared CI UI as well. So yeah.
Yeah,
those were-
we have the brand design PDF as well, so we can use that, maybe work on a Figma file and then finalize the design. And
So
yeah,
have
maybe
you
in
looked
future.
at the layer 5?
Yes, I've also
Have you
worked on it.
looked at the layer 5 assistant, all those components?
Yes, I have gone through a lot of those components. Yes, I'm working on documenting the switch component right now. It is in works. I'll submit a PR maybe by tomorrow.
Okay, so create a parent issue. I will have a look at it and we can collaborate and work on it.
Okay, I'll do that. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, thanks so much, Mahadevan. And that's great. My sense is that perhaps not everyone is familiar with this project, and it behooves me to just introduce it very very briefly. There's a as you familiarize with Meshery, you start to fairly quickly get the sense that it's not a small project and that there are a number of different components and sort of projects that satellite the big rock in the middle, Meshery in the middle, with other projects kind of satelliting it or orbiting it. And so something that has happened over the years is reuse of UI components that show up in Meshery UI. They get reused in a couple of different other UIs and a couple of other different sites as well, websites or web applications. And so the community had come forth with like a centralization of not only those components, but also a centralization of like the colors that are used and the UX paradigms that are used. So if there's a particular consistent meaning behind a checkbox or a double checkbox and what that means, like that meaning, that UX system, a design system, is what Systent is. Systent is a design system. And so the design system itself has a number of UI JavaScript components, code. The design system also has, well, a color scheme and some amount of written, trying to think of different words, like written guidance on how these components are used and in what contexts and how things should behave. Like it's a design system, so not just JavaScript, but like written word on how this all works. There's a whole Figma project that actually the Figma project that this community uses for Meshery inherits from Systent. So anyway, you hear this term Systent a lot. Consistent is the heritage or the etymology of the name of Systent. Consistent. Systent is very important to have great UX to be consistent. So that's where that comes from. Anyway, the discussion that Mahadevan and Harsh and Abid were just having is that most of the projects around these parts have their own dedicated website. And that was the intention originally with Systent as a project to have its own website. We had a couple of contributors work on it and got stuck, and that was getting in the way. And so there's a section of the Layer 5 site under its project section where the components and kind of the design system itself is being documented and examples are present and all this stuff. And a lot of you all work on it. So the discussion that's being had or the question that's being asked is like, should we revive a separate site for this project? I will bow out from that discussion and let those that are interested and the maintainers figure it out. But that's context for what that discussion was about for everybody else. Hey, Kushal, you're up.
Yeah, I also have a doubt on our systems, but now it's clear. You can move ahead with other stuff.
Oh, okay. Oh, great. Cool.
Yeah.
Our job is done. Okay. Well, we've got Matthew, do you want to cover these other items?
Yeah.
Oh, very good.
So,
Yeah. Yeah.
okay. So first one is the pull request that is currently open for review related to the Meshery CTL command, model command. So here I did some bug fixes. For example, this command was not working before. There were a bug, so I just fixed it. I found that we were not able to search also when we have spaces between the query search. So I fixed this one. And there were another issue open where the search command was not working properly. So I just make a fix on this one. And other things that I've done, it's just make the outputs of the example more standardized across all the subcommands, because sometimes we had commands, sometimes not. So just to keep everything the same way. And yes, that's it. So if there's some people that want to check and validate that, it's okay. I didn't change really what it was done. The logic didn't change except those fix, but overall everything it's like it was before. And on the second pull request here, it's for the Meshery CTL relationship cleanup, uh, relationship command, sorry. So here it's the same. I just do some refactoring just to make the things more readable, maintainable on the long term. So if I can have someone to check and review those pull requests, it will be appreciated. Thank you.
And any feedback from Matthew?
Nothing like it because there are not any logical. I think this looks pretty good.
Yeah, the pull request description looks really good. This is fantastic. Look at this. Oh yeah. I hesitate to even have this merged because this is going to go away. This is great. Anyway, this is super helpful when yeah.
Yes, like I said, I did. I had all the description because I modify a lot of files, but basically there were not a lot of changes. It was just moving functions and renaming. That's it.
Yeah, and this one in particular, yeah. I mean, right. Getting those bugs fixed is we shouldn't hesitate to get that stuff merged. I mean, all right, very good. Got Varad, Mr. Gupta, you are up.
No, I just my PRs are open for reviews. That's all. Nothing for me to ask.
Okay. Oh, very good. Yeah, auto generating. Very good. Makes sense. So this will be taken care of sort of universally because you're making this fix in
Yeah.
well. So this is good. Although I will submit to you, or I guess this is a question. Are we going to continue to have this problem ongoing?
No. It was just for versions from 0.80 to 0. Means from 0 onwards. But afterwards, the issue has been resolved. So after means the releases that are now coming have corrected the issues. So it's not happening now.
Oh, okay. So the workflow that generates those release notes, it escapes the square brackets now.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Very good. Oh, nice. Yeah. Oh, this is great. I hesitate to cover some of this, but yeah, but this makes a lot of sense. This is very much needed and helpful. People who go to use Meshery and they use Meshery to interact with a particular technology, as they go to look at that long list of all the integrations that Meshery has, they'll often click on that integration, that technology, and want to know, well, hey, I use AWS CloudFront to help with distributing my website, my as a CDN. That's what that service does. Okay, great. Well, how does Meshery help me with that? Oh, okay. This is kind of helpful, and it explains a little bit more. But to the extent that there's a tutorial that there are designs that people have published in the catalog that use this technology, very helpful. And so what you've done is you've added another section that highlights any tutorials that are available.
Yes, yes. For the current number of tutorials, I have added all of them. And as the tutorials will be added, it will be automatically added to the integrations.
Nice. Yeah, very good. Good, good. We got this one. And connection to be responsive. Oh, good. Oh, you better watch out on this one. This type of work is very much needed and
Yes,
very
yes,
much
yes. I'm actually working with one of the colleague current working on this, and I will be soon publishing a PR on this. So thank you.
very good. Thank you, Varad. That's great. Oh, Ria, we're up to you.
Yeah, I'm sharing my screen. The first one is end-to-end test for model import. So I was working on this one. I have added tests that would cover most of the functionality. I've tried to cover a functionality in 8 tests. And this can be helpful for anyone if because design import and export commands, this can be a useful reference for those commands. So if any contributor is looking, they can take a look at this PR, and this is up for review. From my end, it's complete. Do we have any feedback on this? Okay. The next one is this one is up for a long time. It's reviewed, but it's not merged. Can we merge this? The conflicts and everything is resolved. So this is about moving the registry utils to Meshkit, and Meshkit PR is merged, but this was not merged yet. So maybe we can merge this one now. And other than that, the CSV import. So if we see the UI in UI, we have if we click on import, we have file import, URL, and CSV. And to make it consistent, to make this consistent in CLI as well, I added this CSV here, the CSV logic here. So it checks if the directory that the user has provided has any CSVs. If it has CSVs, then it would continue with the CSV logic. And also there were no error logs being shown if, for example, the CSVs not if it's not in the correct format, then our command just returned nothing, empty. So I just added some error logs here.
Yeah. So in this particular case for this PR, you don't have to do it now, but I do think that a demo would be helpful, of just like a demo of the UX of like, oh hey, if it had CSVs, this is what would happen. And but to walk through that would be, I think, enlightening. Would be, you know.
Okay. Maybe I can add a video demo in this PR then. Yeah. Okay. I'll be doing that. That's it. That's it for my updates.
Yeah, very good. Okay, I think we got one of your PRs merged. That's progress. Maybe stop making so many PRs. Maybe that would help. Like with the. Just kidding. Yeah, that's great. That's good. Yeah, and Ria, you'd recently. There's an open conversation about just each of the purpose and function of each of the model subcommands. That's a great. There's something in there. I don't know what it is, but there's something in there.
Yeah, maybe I'll try the model create and model init. Like I try combining those. Maybe that would help. And I'm just exploring that area right now.
If it's always helpful to me, I'm going to refresh this screen. It's always helpful to me that to use it, like to use a tool like this. If this is the model command, and if we lay out each of the potential subcommands, or just this high level planning might give perspective, might help. Because yeah, if there are these two planned, gosh, these two haven't been created yet, but excuse me, but what if they were? Gosh, what does that look like? How do we, yeah. And I think it's a great comparison with, or to recognize that this CLI is a client of Meshery Server. The UI is a client of Meshery Server. I've been saying it consistently week after week after week. And that Rio, one of the ways that you're examining how we might best structure this command is in comparison to the other client, the other Meshery Server client. So again, having some parity there, I think that's an excellent, consideration. All right, we've got Miss Ijoma, you are up.
Okay, so first of all, I don't know if I should talk about this yet, because when I brought it up, you asked that I create a flow of the Helm canvas snapshot, which I tried doing with the canvas, the Meshery canvas, but I ran into a lot of issues. And then I just met with Vivek, and it was like actually an issue with it, which we need to fix. So I did that on Lucid chat. I don't know if I should share that here or we can like talk about it later.
Yeah, quickly like talk about like what were the issues that you faced.
Okay, and the issue here. All right, so let me share my screen. Okay, so the issue here basically is that one issue, the Helm canvas snapshot, which is used to like create a snapshot of your Helm chat design, already works. Like it generates the snapshot basically. But the one blocker we had is in cases where the email field email is provided and we need to like send the snapshot to the user's email. So I initially implemented a way to do that, but I like added it to the workflow, to the flow. And that means that this snapshot takes like over 3 to 4 minutes to like be created, right? Because the GitHub actions like take some time. And then I didn't think that was the best idea because the user can get a snapshot or the link that it's not ready and to like return a 404. So what I thought to do was to this PR that I created here. Basically, it's adding this to the Canvas snapshot workflow. So once the snapshot is generated, why isn't this complete? Okay, yeah. So once the snapshot is generated in the actions file, I call the API that's in Meshery Cloud to basically send the email. So at this point, we are always sure of sending an email that has the snapshot that's ready. So that's what this PR is about basically. And also another thing why I did this is because we have another extension, the kubectl, which might do like similar things like this. So, and it utilizes Canvas snapshot action. So I just felt to have the logic here so we don't have to do that twice. Let me hide this.
Yeah. Shoot, I admit to not following that last bit. Can you say that one last time? You were augmenting the action here to, is this as a test?
No.
Okay.
Okay, let me go to the main file. Just a second.
Oh, I see. Actually, yeah, I think that is probably a good enhancement.
Yeah.
You're saying if someone invokes this action and if an email is present, well, then they clearly want an email. If an email address is present, they would like to get an email sent. And so you've augmented the workflow to account for that and invoke the API that sends an email.
Yeah, instead of doing it in the Helm Canvas snapshots code.
Yeah.
Because we don't really know when like the email is being sent, and we don't want to send like a snapshot that doesn't exist or return a 404. So yeah, that's what the PR is about. Also I have this, sorry, let me minimize this. yeah, I have this flow here. I'll share that. I just wanted to confirm if I could share the Lucid chart since you explicitly requested for the Meshery Canvas snapshot. But this basically, which I'll share later, just for because of time, this is just the entire flow of how the Helm Canvas snapshot works. And
Yeah,
yeah.
like Jim, I was also like asking like because you tried doing that in Canvas, like what were the issues you faced? So I was
Okay,
asking.
yeah. Okay, yeah. So I met with Vivek earlier to just tell him about the issue. So maybe I'll just do that here again. I wanted to create this whole work flow chart in the Canvas snapshot. So I came here and then here to the flow chart. The first thing I wanted to do was like have a terminal here. So when I click on this, like ideally I'm supposed to see like the chart, sorry, the shape here. But I can't see anything. Dragging and dropping doesn't work either. So but before now, as I yesterday, I could see the shape, but it was very tiny and I couldn't even write on it at all. And today it doesn't work for me. Let me try dragging here. So what happens? Like it doesn't stick to this. Even when I click on this, like it doesn't come to the canvas. So yeah, I already discussed it with Vivek, and I think we'll create some issue on it and try to look at what the issue is and fix. So yeah, that's
Okay, like if you already discussed with Vivek, I'll get with him and try to fix some of this.
I didn't get you, please.
Yeah, I was saying like if you already discussed the issues with Vivek,
Yeah, I already discussed it with him.
Okay, thanks.
So yeah.
Good. Great. Hey, the PR that you put into the Canvas snapshot to account for the email address, that logic makes sense to me. I mean, yeah, and that's an appropriate place. That is the moment in time in which the snapshot is ready. You know, boom. And if they had an email address, you send it. That's great. Well, good. Well, Ian, we've got you up next.
So I have a few PRs up, but the latest one is the refactor bat setup. So this is just some work that I took up last week to help Ria and Matthew with the onboarding doc. And I found two issues with this related to some of the commands in the setup. Particularly the learnings were, let's see here, that this command here will just, it will pass if it is set or if it's not set. So I made some edits based off that. Matthew had some other suggestions to just run like a help command. So we have that coverage there. Then that will fail or pass depending on if we get output. But so I just caught that. And then here we were previously just invoking this without the run wrapper. So this wrapper essentially sets this status and the output variable. If it's not run, if this command is not run with the run wrapper, those don't get set. So made some edits on that as well. Fix a typo and kind of fix that up. So anyways, just some setup things that I found when I was going through the setup docs for Ria and Matthew and made those suggestions as well, and they were able to fix those. So appreciate their efforts as well. Do you want me to cover the UI ETE tests too, or no?
Not if you're going to make my eyeballs strain any more than they already are.
Got it. My screen, yeah, it's a little wide. I
Oh,
don't
just
know.
show off your resolution. Go ahead, show it off. Go ahead.
That's better. Sorry, I didn't catch it in chat. Anyways, yeah, so that's that. So Matthew's on this one, so I should be good to go. I do need some help with the other PRs if people have time to review.
Yeah, Ria and Matthew, you guys have feedback?
Yeah, I saw this one. This looks good.
Cool. Yeah, I just have to make the changes that Matthew suggested, and I'll ping you guys again for the last review.
Beautiful. Okay. Any other thoughts here other than just it's awesome that multiple people are focused on the same area. You can see the progress that gets made when that happens. In part, like, well, yeah, I don't know, just part of the progress is just peer reviews become easier and people keep pace and people, anyway, we're right at the top of the hour. Unbelievably, with Lee hosting, we might actually end on time. This like happens once a year. So, did we miss anything super important? So just to check real fast, tomorrow is not our normal Meshery build and release meeting. Today is the 19th. Tomorrow is, so we don't have the Meshery build and release meeting tomorrow on the 20th. We do have just a prep meeting for the security slam. You all are invited to attend. I don't know that how much you'll attend if you like. I don't know how much you'll get out of it, but hopefully, what will happen the following week is information about security slam and how Meshery is participating and how to get involved. So, yeah. Okay. Anything else? There are a couple of you that we weren't able to get to the agenda items on. Fret not. You can take Ria's lead and just do a small recording of what you were going to share. Everybody loves to watch a video. And so you can, share that recording in the Slack or on an open issue or what have you.
Yep.
Nice. All right. Okay. Hey, we'll see everybody back in Slack, I suppose. Okay. Bye, guys.
Have a nice day. Bye.